Great to have you here, Warrior, too, and Bill. And
Thanks, Gaz.
I know we're going to do some footy. I'm not much interested in footy. Just at the
Well,
minute.
there's not much happening, is
This
it?
is the midweek rub.
It just happens to be because your side's on the bottom. I want to ask you a quick question.
Oh, yes.
When are you able to, and this has been eating at me a little bit, I'm a great fish eater, right?
You love fish.
I love fish. And there's nothing worse than getting home from your fish. I go to Aqua in Glenfrey Road. Yeah, that's by the by.
Product
When you
placement.
get home and you're about to cook it, and then you've forgotten your lemons, right?
Oh, and you
No.
need
Now that is when I really crack it.
You need lemon.
I was in the backyard today because today's my sort of garden day. I just wander around and have a look at the plants. I noticed in the back corner of
Yes.
the house, sort of diagonally, massive lemon trees.
Oh,
yeah.
so you
you're
jumped
right.
over the
Well,
fence?
that's my question.
Yes.
Of course you did.
You're not really allowed to, are you?
Oh,
Yeah, you
no
are.
doubt
No,
about it.
well, is that right, is it?
Well, there's that many on there that they never use,
Oh, hang on. That's not your tree.
but they're happy to give
When-
away.
My question is, when are you able? I don't know this person. Haven't met them yet. And I just don't know whether it's right that you can just hang off over
Yeah,
a
can
Can you
fence.
reach it from your side?
I reckon if I got up on the shed.
I reckon a lemon tree's open slather.
yeah,
Do you think it's open slather?
Yeah.
Here you go. Do you think it's open slather?
Absolutely. And
Yep.
you know,
Just one at a time.
I
mate.
think that's also known as stealing.
One
I'd
or
have,
two.
I'd have my alibi ready.
Oh, what? Standing on the
Yeah.
shed,
No,
leaning over,
what I'd do is
plucking
I'd
lemons
jump
off.
over into their place, grab a lemon, and if I got busted, I'd go, one of the kids kicked a footy
Yeah.
over here, I was just looking for
Oh,
it.
well,
And
what's
then-
that in your hand?
And then I don't know where it went.
I'm not sure you're allowed
Kick the
to
footy
do that.
over
I'm not-
first,
in
that's
fact,
it,
I
yeah.
know you're not allowed to steal.
Actually, very good, the lemon trees. You should grow. Why don't you grow one in the backyard?
Well, you'd reckon there'd be one lemon tree in there, don't you?
Well, you should grow. They're not hard. They take a while to grow, and you know what they say when you come home and you've had a couple of frothies.
What?
You leak on them. You just stand there, and they grow a lot better
Oh,
if you.
what?
No, that's true, actually, Des.
Oh, is it?
My
All right.
nana used to have a lemon
She used
tree,
to
and
do-
she used to
Oh,
encourage
hang
it.
on.
Don't tell me.
Not Nana. When she got home.
Pa did.
Walker's Nana used to go and have a sit around a lemon tree.
She had the same story, Bill. She's
Yes,
with you on that.
exactly. It's very. And some people will tell us that's an old wives thing. But
I think it's. I'd like a legal. Who's our legal man? Have we got one?
yeah, Mick Martin or Ron Hobie, whatever one's.
Imagine coming in late to Walker's, walking around and there's,
Sorry, Nan.
not next to the tree. Oh, come
It's a
on.
very healthy tree.
I imagine it was a real healthy tree.
That's true.
Well, we're going to take a break. Oh, yes.
A legal ruling on the lemon tree.
I want the
we've got-
lemon tree. We'll
got a
find
bit
out
of
whether
feed-
that's
we've got
okay. Get some feedback on the lemons.
Well, on Twitter.
And also want to ask Damo about Spud and haircut because I'm
I've
not
got a
sure.
development.
Oh, there we are. So here,
Hang on.
After the break.
A lemon for Gary? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
medical science, Gaz, has come a long way since you played the game, and Bill, to the point where Jack Hawkins' young boy Tom can have an arthroscopy, which is a cartilage operation for the uninitiated, of which I'm sure I can put my hand up to having had two. You would not consider playing football 2 weeks after having one of them than fly 10 years ago, and he's going to play, he's going to miss one game.
Non-invasive surgery, just a little nick. They know where they're going. They don't need to knock anything inside, internally around. They do what they need to do and get out, and then they can. So, Bill, would you think that the Cats looked at the draw and saw that Geelong were playing GWS and thought this would be a good time? Or?
No, not at all, because
No.
what they might have had a look at,
Well,
Gaz,
and the bye after that.
they've got the Greater Western Sydney,
Yeah.
and then they play Carlton, and then they got the bye. So I know it's only, they're saying a week. I think he might miss two, and then they got the bye. So it gives them a 3-week buffer.
Right.
So I wouldn't say he's a certainty to play against Carlton either.
All right, Willie. All
That's
right,
what
Will.
that's what they would have looked at, Gary. What? Hey, Purple.
Yes.
Yeah, and now you've been on the phone during the break. The last 8 seasons of drafting,
Yep.
according to Terry Wallace.
Terry Wallace, who analyses these things. And this is just on the draft from 2004 onwards, and we're talking about draft picks, not trade picks.
Draft picks, right?
Draft picks. But he found out...
Well,
Bill,
Adelaide
that-
was number 3, you said.
Yes, and that was
So-
why we were talking about this with Matthew Rendell. But, we've
one?
been told that number 1 was Hawthorn,
Yeah.
followed by Essendon. And rounding out the top 5 was Adelaide, Collingwood and West Coast.
Who was last, according to Plough?
The last, according to the player, was Sydney, but that's on the back of Sydney Swans trading regularly and using draft picks to...
Done
Where
magnificently.
were North?
Sydney.
They have. North was 12th, Bill.
And the Cats?
Cats came in at 7.
Righto. Well, and we've all got PhDs in hindsight, haven't we?
That's the beauty of a draft, isn't it? You can always look back on it.
Listen to Bill.
We have.
PhDs.
We have. You'll use that.
You're a tool.
You will use that. I
exactly what
bet
it
you
is.
will use it
I
somewhere.
promise you I won't.
Even Thursday night you might open with
promise
that.
you I won't.
With the 60s theme show
Well, I
this
don't
week.
miss that tomorrow night. Perp, you getting dressed up?
Yeah.
It's in dispute at the moment.
Oh! Speaking
Hey,
in disputes.
Well, let's talk about this because
Nice one, Bill.
we need to.
it's a segue, guys.
Oh,
We
right.
need to clear this up because Spud and Haircut, of course, have had a real uneasy week.
Haircut being Daryl Timms.
Daryl Timms, to the point where Spud unloaded Saturday. Timsy responded legally, and I thought really sat Spud hard on his ass. Has it gone anywhere since then?
Well, it has, JB. This morning there was a launch for a very good cause, the Wingman cause, which the Coaches Association has got behind. The AFL's got enrolled in it, and it's about looking after your mates in pub and drinking situations.
Yes.
And Danny was there. Now, I have it on very good authority, without speaking to either party. Have it on very good authority. This happened. That the two of them, they saw each other. Danny motioned to Haircut over here. Didn't want to go. Then hand on shoulder, brought him away from the group.
Dragged Haircut out.
They were over there, isolated by themselves for a good 5 minutes. A lot of pointing, a lot of touching of chest, and the person who told me about this couldn't hear what was being said, but it was pretty fiery.
Was it the hair on Haircut's head?
The spirit level that Danny says he uses to put across the top, Gaz, it was just a little bit skewy.
Hey, I thought he grew some hair downstairs of a Haircut on the weekend because he just said to Spud, I'm not copping it.
What
I'm
did he
not
say?
coming on your show, and you can jam your legal threats as well. I liked it.
Yeah, no, I like it as well. I know this might not be... No, I think you'll all share the popular view that I'm about to espouse. Caroline Wilson been the subject of a hate campaign on, what is it?
I think it's on Facebook.
On Facebook. As the vile, personal. Now, not all of us get on with Caro all the time, Jim.
No,
but even
exactly.
you would
No,
be,
that's no good.
This is just
That's no
disgraceful.
good,
and
yeah.
these p-hearts who think they can get on Twitter and blogs and, all those things and facelessly go about putting out these vile sentiments, they are pond scum, Jim. They've got no courage and they are just absolute disgraces. And that's the thing about this new age, the things that, God, all got kids now who are old enough to do it. They track down anything that is said about you, me, or you, of these gutless wonders. It is, and we're all fair game in the media.
You don't want to Google yourself.
Don't Google yourself, Gaz.
No, that's all
Well,
right.
no,
But
you do it.
But I mean, we're all fair game. We're fair game for what we do and what we say and what we write and all those things. But honestly, these people, they lock themselves in dark rooms and just stare at their computer and think, I'll be a tough man or girl or woman, whoever it is. Just pond scum.
Well said, Gary.
Well said.
We're all in agreement.
And I close to never agree with Caro, but I agree with her ability to have a strong opinion because she has been in the Cape for a long time and her background is in footy and she has every right to have an opinion and voice it strongly, and she's got the minerals to put it out there, which a lot don't.
Jim.
So I don't mind. I absolutely to the hilt defend her ability to do that, even though I really agree.
Chief football writer for one of the major papers, and which the other one hasn't got one. So does that mean she's the chief football writer in this town?
Yep, and has been for a long time, Gaz, too, in that role. So
Yeah, well, let's not get too carried away.
Jim.
Come on.
No,
Righto.
this is how it works, Purple. Bill tells a joke,
Yeah,
and if the spin
laugh.
effects rolls through, which it normally does, we then call on Plastic Bertrand to get the show back up to finish. So, Bill,
Yes.
Plastic
Oh,
Bertrand,
see, you'll know, Gaz.
You'll know when you hear it.
You'll know. Even I know it.
Here
So
we go.
you'll know it. Righto, an 86-year-old...
Not Damo's. Not doing Damo's grandmother again.
walks into a lemon tree. No, an 86-year-old man walks into a Catholic church.
Yes.
He says to the priest, I want to have a chat to you, mate. Come over here. So they sit down. He says, Father, last night I made love to two 20-year-old twins. The priest has gone, crikey. He goes, what religion are you, mate? He said, I'm Buddhist. He said, well, what are you telling me for? He said, I'm telling everyone. See, Damo's laughing.
I like
Gaz, just give a little
That
smirk.
plastic thing. going.
Here, wait.
A bit of tumbleweed first.
Oh, this is a
I
funny.
liked it, Bill.
No, that's good on you, Dame.
There's
Here we
the
go. You
spin
ready?
effects. Then we call on Plastic to get the show back up again.
Saplan dua. Saplan dua.
There it is, Gary.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Here we go.
Saplan dua.